All right, it's about 5:30. We're stopping for the night. Found us a spot right off the highway that we can boondock. I guess in Canada they call this random camping, because there was a sign out there that said this area was open to random camping. Pack it in, pack it out on there. It's right on the creek. It's pretty nice. It's on the, I can't remember what the name of the river was. Maybe I'll see it later. I'll put it back on there. But we got us a spot. Right now we're out here all by ourselves. Popcorn got out of the truck too early. That's why he ain't got his orange vest on right now. I gotta get his vest on. He ain't been out in 3 or 4 days. He ain't been out in about a week because we ain't been nowhere suitable for him to get out. Here it's pretty open. I feel a little more safe with letting him out. Even though we still are definitely in bear country. On there, grizzly, probably, and definitely black bear. They got caribou in this area, so they probably got wolves and mountain lions and everything else. But at least we're right pretty close to a highway, pretty open area. I feel fairly safe letting him out right here for a little bit anyway on there. But again, pretty nice little spot to spend the night. And we're not too far out of I can't remember the name of the town. My brain is fried. It's so tired on there today. We did a lot of driving. Seen a lot of scenery. This water kind of spooking Mr. Popcorn over there. I think he's gonna come over here to me. I think it's not Grand Gauge, Grand something. It's not too far out of a little community. We may drive up there and take a look at it. I know they got a Dairy Queen. I saw the sign for that. All right, we'll get some more videos here later. I gotta get Mr. Popcorn before he does get out in the woods. I definitely don't want him to get out in the woods. I don't want to be out there chasing him out in the woods. I ain't got my pistol. I ain't even got no bear spray on me right this second. So. Good morning. We're in a beautiful spot here in Canada on Muskeg Creek, or Muskeg River, whichever one it's called. But we got a boondocking spot last night off of Highway 40, the scenic route to Alaska, and it's one of the better campsites we've camped in a while. I mean, right on the river or creek. Got to listen to that good old rapid noise last night. Didn't even have to run a fan. There was enough noise off the creek. I didn't need a fan on there. So I'm gonna spin it around, take a look at here. Got a beautiful day today. Weather's good. It's cool. We got down to 29 last night. We got a little bit of a breeze this morning. But yeah, beautiful spot, beautiful day. Today we're going to be, we got a shorter drive. Yesterday we drove about 7 hours. Went from over in Banff National Park through Jasper National Park up to this location, about 7-hour drive. Today we probably got about 3.5 hour drive. We're going to go up to Dawson Creek, and I've got a campsite reserved at the Mile Zero campground there for a couple of nights, so we can, kind of do one last look at our supplies, rest up a little bit, get everything ready for the push on into Alaska. We made our sign last night. I'll get a picture of that later to put on the sign for us at Watson Lake. May make another one, maybe a little less elaborate than the one we made last night, but yeah, everything's still, on the thumbs up here. Starlink's still working like a charm. All the way through, so far through Canada. That's our sole means of communication is Starlink, because our phone plan, I got a cheap phone plan. I'm generally a pretty cheap person, and it doesn't cover international calling in Canada, so we have to use Wi-Fi calls for our camera there. But again, beautiful area, right on the creek. I mean, we are right on that creek. Got some rain yesterday evening, last night. Most of it's dried up, still got a little bit of puddles here. You can see we're right off the highway. It's right over there, far enough off we really don't get any too much noise, and you got some screening, so it has some privacy over here. We just, lucked on this spot. We were driving down the road and I caught it out of the corner of my eye. We stopped and made a circle back with Susan's truck and checked it out, make sure we could get in here with camper, and we were able to, so this worked out great. All right, until later. We're about 60 miles south of Grand Prairie. Today we're going to make it to Dawson Creek on there. Earlier I was talking about, the lack of aspen, particularly, down in Montana, the part of Montana we were in, and the other lower part of the, earlier part of our drive in Canada. Well, this stretch right here has tons of aspen. I mean, they're very, maybe even more the areas that we drove through in Colorado over there. So this would be a really pretty place, I'm sure, area right here in the fall. We're south of Grand Prairie on Highway 40, and this would be probably one heck of a scenic drive when the aspens start changing in the fall. Right now, a lot of them, it's kind of a mix. Some look like some of the younger trees have gotten leaves on them, but a lot of the older trees, the bigger trees, haven't got their leaves yet. All right, more later. Here's a picture. You can kind of see all the aspen trees, on back here. Earlier, I don't think it really showed you that much, but again, we're in hills, mountain, whatever. I think we crossed one back here about 4,300 feet elevation, so they're not real tall, but again, they're heavily wooded. I don't know if they're spruce or what kind of tree, other evergreen tree we got out there, but again, a lot of aspen. A lot of oil well activity, or oil and gas activity right through this stretch right here too. On there, we passed a pretty big coal mine back there earlier. Active coal mine where they were had a power plant that was feeding right there. Going over the Kakwa River. There's the bear. Hopefully there's nobody coming, because I'm trying to zoom in on this bear. Yep, right in the highway here. There's the first bear.
The road way up there ahead of us that we see it.
That's the same road we're on now.
That's what I was asking. Don't look very much traffic.
We're quite a bit. I see 4 or 5 cars coming toward us right now.
All I see is camper.
Just another shot going down the highway again, just looking at the landscape here. Getting a little flatter. We're still in pretty good hills, but the peaks are definitely not as big. Flattening out a little bit over there. I think that bear we saw a while ago was a young grizzly. I'm not 100% sure.
On this road compared to what it was yesterday.
Yeah, we're not in the national park either. I wonder where the cats stay most of the time when I'm driving. Here he is. They got a little enclosure back there, and they'll crawl in there and just sleep most of the way, or lay down most of the way. So we've just passed through Grand Prairie. Landscape is taking another change. Now we're a lot more open ground. You know, got a mixture of farm and pasture and timber in it on there. A little flatter. Still got some hills on there, but quite a bit flatter land on there. But yeah, just moved from one landscape to a different landscape here. So just wanted to capture a little bit of it, and for posterity's sake here. Right here we're about 74 miles from Dawson Creek, and way back there and off to the left, where you can see the snow-topped mountains, Canadian Rockies back in there. We're north of that now, and this is the landscape we're going through now. To again, flatter, more farm country. I understand why the town's called Grand Prairie back here now. You move straight from a timbered area to more of a prairie type area here. So we're about 11 miles from our campground and Dawson Creek. Kind of got there for a little while, got a little more wooded again in the hills. Now it looks like we're fixing to go back into the farm ground again here. So kind of update on our progress here.